How we doing? Getting online here? Starting to see what's happening? Let's see if we go live. All right, recording and streaming. Mm-hmm. We're going to start again with the YouTube live chat simulator. I'm just going to confirm that I'm going live here. Make sure it all works. Mm-hmm. I'm getting pretty close, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling it. Take a look at Ken Leigh-Smith, our guy, our goat. Am I streaming? I think I'm streaming. Okay, well, I can't tell if I'm doing this wrong or not, but I'm going to get started. I'm going to try and start streaming here. I think I'm up and I think I'm on, and this is the start. Well, this is the second start. This is Wake and Make, day 2. If you're awake, you've you've already done step 1. That's half the battle. It's amazing. Now we're just going to make. So this is the place where I wake up horrifically early. I know it's sunny out, but like it's early for me. Like I'm not good in the mornings, but we're doing it anyways. I'm gonna pour myself a big cup of coffee, and we are going to get those creative juices. Well, I'm gonna drink some creative juices, to be honest. Like I don't want to say we're gonna get the creative juices flowing. We're gonna drink the creative juices, starting with coffee, and then we're gonna dip our hands into the infinite river of ideas and just go. So let's do a little recap. Yesterday, we built a YouTube chat audience because nobody's in here yet watching me, but it's too lonely. So I needed an audience and built them up. And what did we give them? We gave them the ability to be happy. Give them, well, it's not like their ability, it's I gave myself the ability to make 10,108 concurrent viewers happy, mad. You can see right down here, they're mad. It's just a bunch of if statements in a trench coat. It's pretty good burn. This guy's unsubscribing. We can slow this down if we want to like really see the burns, you know? The roast in chat is better than the content on screen. Okay. We can speed the chat up. Get it going. 5 chats a second. It's pretty fast. We can turn up and down like the level of roasting. Let's see what he's saying here. Glass morphism is so last year. You know what? That's not even an original comment. Somebody said that yesterday. Probably, him. And we can boost our viewers, so that's pretty cool. I think this should like sort of increase throughout the show. So right now we'll leave it with like a max of 38,000, but we'll bump it up to say minimum 11,000 people watching. It's kind of nice. Let's make the chat a little happy. Oh, yo, bro is trolling us. I am trolling. I'm trolling the internet, and we can also introduce hype waves. Boom. So yesterday I made a bunch of notes while I was walking through the forest of what I was going to implement today. And I made all of those notes on my phone as a voice memo, and it sucked. Like it was just really, it's like a terrible thing. So I airdropped those voice notes to my computer, and then I just I just self-reported on how old I am. Uh, there's no reason to do what I just said I did. What I was attempting was to just dump them into an LLM, get a transcript, and then forget about voice memos forever from Apple. I can't even believe that this is something they haven't innovated. It's crazy. But I am trimming down all my subscriptions, and I'm going to keep two things. I'm going to keep Figma, and I'm going to keep Whisperflow. I was pretty hesitant to use Whisperflow. This isn't like a paid sponsorship at all. Nobody's paying me anything to do anything. Probably ever again. I don't know, but Whisperflow, I tried it and it's become part of the flow for me right now. So I'm going to use that instead of typing my prompts, and I think that's going to really speed up my efficiency. So we'll see how that goes. And then what the point of what I'm trying to say is that we don't exactly have a list right now of like the features that I'm going to implement because I said them all into a voice memo. So soon, chat, are you sad about that? Oh, this is so sad. Look at how they massacred my boy. I'm actually crying. That's too sad, guys. That's actually too sad. What I just pulled down here was the unity. Community unity. They can be unified or they can be divided. And this sort of splits the intent of emotion across the chat, or like how much they agree. Um, yeah, that's why I'm just saying that. Sorry. No. ADD, guys. I'm doing that this morning. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. Let me drink some coffee, then we'll get to our list. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to create an ongoing list of ideas in here, and then also maybe like a topic tracker because I need to stay on topic. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. Oh yeah, you want some hype? Reading that chat. Moon soon. Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's get rowdy. Let's get stoked. Let's bump up the viewership a little bit. People are starting to tune into the cast. Okay. Okay. Component King. I think it's a disaster too, bro. It's not that good. Mm. All right, here we go. So, what are we gonna do today? I'm gonna remember the list of features I wanted to implement from a voice note in the forest, and then I'm never gonna do that again, ever. I'm gonna speak directly into Whisperflow. But today, let's focus on making our next round. So, what do we want to do here? Okay, so today we are going to revamp the interface of our YouTube live chat simulator. I want to get rid of the entire YouTube window screen, and we're going to focus on an app that is just the chat window and the sentiment controls, the concurrent viewers, the average watch time, and the chat rate. We are going to move viewers, watch time, chat rate over into a vertical panel along with sentiment and then the chat window. And I want this to be able to operate in its own window that I can preview and actually overlay in my stream in OBS so it looks really good. So let's start with that. Right. So one of the things I've been thinking about with Figma Make in this stream is like how to fill some of the time. And I think one of the ways that we're going to do that is by bouncing back and forth between the Figma program making and talking and working on things and um, going into design and designing it ourselves and moving things around and showing like what we want. But we're going to try and do that as quickly and efficiently as possible. That's our move. So let's bang out a new design file. Let's paste in our design, and then let's show it what we're talking about, because I don't want any of this. We'll keep this. I'm gonna bring it right out of frame, and we're just gonna delete this right from the frame. And we don't need this YouTube studio. And this whole thing's on an auto layout, so looks like I broke the community unity when I put that in. But honestly, I think that frame, we don't need to say it. Let's just make this whole thing much smaller. This frame doesn't need to be this size. I think the frame could be 600. Wait, what? No, 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 not that frame, not that frame. Width? 600? Oh, that's nicer. Oh, I like it so much better already. The app, the container. Let's just make it fill the container. Thank you. Hey, now we're talking. Let's bring this over. How does the design look? It looks like it. It looks pretty good. Okay, we're gonna bring these over. Let's just duplicate this whole frame. Can we just do that? I love Command D. Give me some of that Command and D. Bam, just like that. Okay, so now we got sentiment on one side, and then we'll have uh, volume. I don't know if that's the right word yet, but that's kind of like the idea. And then we're gonna map over. We're gonna map things over to this. So I want to prompt as like easy, easy, easy as possible. So what I'm gonna do is change the auto layout on this container, which did not work because these have position somethings. I don't know what that, the position tag, position, they have the option to ignore auto layout on. Okay. So, but what I want to do is map these controls over like this. So we're going to go in, we're going to get rid of this community label. It does not need to be like that. And we're going to try and say, we'll call this viewers. And let's also take a look at how it's doing over here. Okay, it did it so much faster than me. It's crazy how fast it is. It is taking up the whole width of the app, so I think we need to just make it, well, like, hold on. Can I just, can I, can I pop this out? Like, is that a thing I can do? Can I just pop it to a different screen? I got two now. I got two happening, and that is not what I need. I want to. This is what I would love with real chat, to be honest, is if I had a real chat, they could actually help me. So I wonder if, I mean, let's ask about that. Let's ask and see if that can happen. Hey, so something I would like is if this chat window was operated by an actual LLM, and that I could ask it real questions and it could give me real answers. But the way it answers is kind of the way like a whole bunch of people would answer in chat. So I want want it to still feel realistic, like a YouTube chat response from many people when the streamer asks a question. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm gonna figure out how to uh, play with. I'm gonna figure out how to preview it. So let's see. I can share. So maybe what I can do is just copy this link and then open it up in another browser. By the way, what I just did might like absolutely break this, and if that's the case, then what we're gonna do is we are going to revert. Oh my gosh, yes, let's go, super bass. Okay, I think that might be like stepping outside the scope of this one, but yeah, let's. I really want to set up super bass. Let's try. This could be like me needing to stream for 8 hours a day, but that's okay. Let's see. Mm. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna chill on super bass. I'll set that up tonight, because I've only got a little bit of time and I'm already wasting it. So let's look at okay, no worries, Figma Make. We're gonna step back from that. We'll do that a little bit later. Here's what I'd like to start with now is I want to make sure that this is in a window that I can pop out. That's a responsive window, so I can change the width of the chat. The control panel doesn't need to really respond. It can stay the size it is. I'm happy with that. Um, the watch time and the growth time need to have some sort of control on them that I can bump them up or down. The chat background needs to look a lot more like uh, fun, like Twitch, like Chatterino or something like that, where it's got a cool background, it's got different like font sizes. It's got lots of emojis and lots of fun gifs and text and stuff like that. So like, let's just make it a lot more fun. Okay, so I think like one of the ways that we should be getting better at Figma Make is just like doing a lot more screenshots. To be honest, uh, I'm gonna try one more time with that window, that share window, and just see how it goes. See if I can start overlaying it in OBS to see if it works. It's gonna be interesting. Hmm. Give me more roasting. Oh, this is not allowed. Bro is struggling with a 2-button UI. Bro, there's 6 buttons right here. Grid Guardian. So rude. Oh, things. Okay. Looks like my window didn't work yet, but that's okay. I wonder if I'll ever get fast enough to jump in and like do the design work on the side here. That was a cool split view. I want to know how to do that split view again. That was really neat. Open console, refresh preview, mobile preview. Maybe that's what I kind of want to see. Oh, oh, hello. Art attack. The colors are perfect. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, so it did some stuff, but it's not quite giving us like that cool background. So let's bump this up. Oh, look, there are a couple of cute little things up at the top that it added. Um, okay, let's see what it did do. So we've got now director console. So that's changed. We've got pop cap. Okay, so we lost our minimum viewers. Watch time. Growth rate. Okay. Ooh, plus 56, minus 50. Interesting. Turbo mult. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Hype wave still, but oh shit! Wow, that is too much. That's too hype. That's too. What if the hype wave is? Yeah. Okay. Take it easy. Um, let's see. Spice level. Okay, you're mixing metaphors here. This isn't hot sauce. This is dark roast. Okay, dark roast. So let's feed it some things and then let's figure out the background first. But let's talk to it about this console. Did we like the other one better? I kind of think so. Okay, let's keep in mind this is a live stream chat simulator, so it doesn't need to be called Director Console. We can change the name to live stream chat simulator. The viewers needs to have a minimum and a maximum. The watch time can stay as a single thing. The growth rate can stay as a single thing. The chat rate should stay as chat rate, and turbo mult, like, it doesn't mean anything outside of like a Balatro mod. So like you can get rid of that. Um, but the sliders on all of these should slowly, very slowly oscillate a little bit back and forth. They should move up and down. And there should be a color on the slider that shows the range of oscillation for each value. So I want a second slider underneath that demonstrates or that modifies uh, the range. And then I want that range to be reflected in the slider above it uh, on the slider bar, showing how far the dot will move back and forth that will affect the range. It's kind of like a meeting where you're talking to people and you have no idea if they understand what you're saying. And instead of them being like, "Oh, okay," and then pointing to something on the screen or asking you a question, they just go, "Okay, well, we're just gonna go work on it." And in like a company from the past, if somebody said that, everybody would freak out. They just freak out because you just had like developers go, "Oh, we're gonna just go build it," and then they'd be gone for 3 months. But now they're gone for like 4 seconds, and it's fine. And you can just tell them that they didn't do it quite right. Okay, volatility range. I don't think is it volatility? Okay, so we've got our base value. We've got our range. Oh, look at that little. It's crazy that it understood what I was talking about because like I barely understood what I was talking about. I mean, I knew what I wanted, and it's kind of like this, but now what I want is for the slider to like move. Yeah, okay. So like the rate of change needs to be slowed down by like several orders of magnitude. Okay. So we're going to change that. All right. So we don't want it to be called volatility range. It's just called like range. And the rate of oscillation within the range needs to be slowed down by like several orders of magnitude. It needs to reflect the idea of people entering the chat and leaving the chat, how long that they watch for, and what the growth of the channel is. Right now, things are moving so fast. This needs to be brought down to a much slower time scale. Like think 100 to 1,000 times slower. Where did that go? Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe I wasn't focused on there, but that's one of the nice things about Whisperflow is it just saves it to a clipboard. Oh my God, Whisperflow, sponsor me because I want your money and I will whisper your praises to the world. No joke. No joke. Okay. Let's see. Mm. Once this is done, we're going to go and we're going to start finding some examples to feed it of like really fun Twitch stream chats. Like, what's the best, like the coolest looking Twitch stream chat? Like, fun, like amazing. Twitch stream chat box, control Twitch chat. I heard the little ding. I want to go back there. But first I need a screenshot. Yeah, like this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, why does it have to be 480p? Bro. Why? No. Add instant option to smooth scroll chat. Yeah. Okay. Like, kind of like, uh, okay, fuck it. You know what? We're just gonna steal from the best. You guys can decide who you think the best is. I'm saying I know who I think it is. You don't know who I think it is. Okay. Yeah, now we're talking. Like, I want it to be fun, guys. Fun chats. Okay? Let's see what the changes look like. Okay, so it's trying really hard to like make this like professional when I want this to be fun. Um, okay. See how crazy this is moving? Okay, the oscillation on viewers is still going absolutely bonkers. Like, we should be talking about like, 20 to 100 people moving in and out maybe a second, and that value shouldn't update just like so quickly. It should just slow down the tick rate on this for when it changes. Growth rate is going berserk. Watch time is going berserk. Viewers is going berserk. I'm telling you to slow these down, slow the rate of change down by 1,000 times. What? Oh damn, that didn't even go in. Yo, okay. So viewers, watch time, growth rate, they're going way too fast. You need to slow down the rate of change on these values by 1,000 times. It's way too fast. These people are giving me some money. Oh, and look at this. The chat speed is broken. Nobody's talking to me anymore. It's really sad. This is why I subbed wide people. Wide people? Okay. All right. Let's see. Wow, that fast. It's like I might never touch a canvas again for design. Look at this. Nope. there's something wrong happening with the way that you've built the viewers and the watch time and the growth rate, because no matter what you're doing, the numbers are going berserk all over the place. So maybe you need to build in a speed slider so I can control it, because right now the way you're controlling it is I've given you values that are extremely slow. And I see that you have changed the speed multipliers to 0.000000003 or whatever. But like, guys, it doesn't perfectly simulate the gradual ebb and flow of long form broadcast at all. It's going extremely fast. And I think whatever you're basing it on needs to change as opposed to the value. So you need to rewrite the system so that it makes more sense. So while this is happening, I gotta ask people, like, I think that I run into particular problems with LLMs. I don't know if it's ADD or like neurodivergence or just like being kind of a lateral thinker dealing with a product that just converges. You know, it always converges, I always diverge, and um, we're not always going down the same path. Sometimes I just get into these loops with LLMs where we're not even talking about the same thing anymore, or I'm just trying to like hammer on one thing like this speed slider, and we get nowhere. But something changed. Okay, drift rate 0.2. Okay, this is pretty cool. Okay, this is pretty good right now. I don't know actually what like a chat audience like size rate change looks like. I still think this is way too fast. And so the drift rate at 0.9 M is where I would expect maybe to be in the upper 2/3 of that controller. So once again, I want you to reduce the values or just reduce the range of drift rate by an order of magnitude. Needs to be more control, because right now I'm just using the first 0.9 M of the slider. And also, what does M mean on drift rate? Does it mean minute? Let me know what you think. I actually don't even know if you can ask questions to Figma Make. That's a good question. Can you just ask it questions? Okay. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. All right. So now let's bring our chat back. Okay, great. Good job. Very good work. One thing I'm noticing now is that the chat window is no longer operating as usual. It says there's 12,000 viewers, but there's no chat starting to scroll. Um, I'd like you to take that out. I want you to make sure that the bottom of this doesn't say live Chatterino X. The chat input is gone. That should be back. Uh, we don't need to see the thing up top that says with the little heartbeat monitor that says real-time engine. We don't need the microphone mute button. The name of this whole control panel should be live stream chat simulator. Just put that in. No need to add any extra details that I didn't ask for, although it is fun sometimes when you do that. I gotta be careful not to stifle too much of its creativity, you know? Like sometimes I get a little bit picky as a designer and I just want it to be a certain way. But it's important to give it room, just like a junior designer that can code a prototype in 5 seconds, but has no brain. If mid was a person, it would be the creator right now. It's funny. It's very funny. Okay. So what's going on here? Is it because all the sliders are at 0 that we're not seeing the chat happen? Is that what's going on? Okay. Okay. So this is really cool and it's making sense. And I like that we actually can see the controls affecting the chat. So great job on that. One thing I'm noticing though is that the viewership is not really like matching the speed of the chat. I don't know what just happened with my monitors there, but um, if we have any number of people in the chat, the chat message window should be popping a bit, So we do need uh, a good amount of chat kind of flowing through it. Right now it says there's 9,000 people in there, but there's literally nobody chatting. So I want to see messages coming out. Chat rate should define the rate of chat. And right now it says 2.9 chats per second, but no chats are coming up per second. So I want the number of messages in the chat window that are populating to be directly correlated to chat rate. Somebody I like just sent me a photo of a cemetery. That's maybe she found my career. Okay, metrics engine, sure. We can look at that. Did I get that screenshot of like the fun chat? Did not yet. I want to paste that in. Let's bring that up. Let's bring that up. Okay. And then oh yeah, oh my gosh, I had so many good ideas. Okay. So I think we'll do one more day of this. We've got about 20 minutes left and then I got to jump. But what I'm thinking about doing, and I'm going to lay down all these ideas right here, is I need to do a little bit more prep for jumping on the stream. I want to create the goal list for the day. And so I'm going to go and have an LLM generate a massive chat log, but we're going to put it in an array. And we're going to have a whole bunch of names. And we're going to have a whole bunch of comments. And the comments are going to be sorted into uh, emotional categories: happy, mad, laughing, crying, confused, excited. Damn, I liked those emojis for that. That was way better. Hey, listen, I really liked the emojis. You don't need to start making this interface more professional. I want this interface to be fun. Let's have a good time. So, emotional reactor, happy, mad, laughing, crying, confused, excited. I still want those to be images on those buttons, not words. And then everything else you did pretty good. So that's great. But the other thing is that I want the chat to be more exciting. So I'm going to paste in an example, and then I'm going to try and even go and find like a big transcript of like a chat or something that I can feed you that you could start working with. One thing you'll notice here is that there's some ASCII art, and I don't want only that ASCII art. I want like lots of different ASCII drawings and images to come through. I want lots of different creative names. I want people posting emojis in the chat a lot, not just like bold text and I want differentiation in the names, the capitalization in the names, um, all kinds of stuff like that. You know, they should have like little tags and badges and things to indicate their status in the chat. Let's see how it does with that one. Have I told you guys about AG1? It's a supplement powder that will never be mentioned again on this channel. Let's see. Oh my God, why am I typing? I still sometimes forget. It's like I have Whisper on everything now, but it's like when I context switch, I will still, I'll still start typing. This is an interesting habit that I gotta break. But I'll dictate this so you can hear what I'm prompting ChatGPT with. Please generate a realistic chat log from a Twitch stream that has anywhere between 12 to 60,000 viewers. The comments should be typical for a Twitch stream with lots of funny things, lots of repetition, lots of sort of waves of answers and responses. And the content that's being watched is an incredible up and coming YouTube star that is working with Figma Make and making really cool, super fun ideas come true, just like his dreams. And the chat is responding. There should be ASCII art. There should be any type of like trending or interesting thing that people post into chat on a regular basis. Thank you. Okay, let's see what's happening over on the Figma side. Okay, it's giving me some instructions. This is great. Oh, wow. So it like, okay, it kind of went further. So, okay, what does it say to me? It says creative chat content added multiple ASCII art templates, including the classic sandstorm spam that occasionally sweep through the chat. This is dope. Okay, copy pasta engine included a library of classic Twitch style copy pastas and chat memes. Nice. Emoji overload. Chatters now spam emojis more frequently, especially when the audio hype levels are high. Audio hype. Like if I say something cool, so like if I talk really quiet, it's like kind of normal. But yo, if I talk loud, if I get crazy, does it actually go hype? Well, they say hype, but well, okay. Give Darude. All right, yo, are you guys laughing for this? Da-da-da-da. Okay, it is getting funnier. It is getting funnier. I mean, it's like a lot of sandstorm, but like maybe too much sandstorm. Let's see. Let's crank that chat rate. Let's bring that range up. Let's bring that drift up just a little. Make it like flow a little bit more organically. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, this is great. What we need now is basically a new box at the top in the live stream chat simulator that draws a curve over the period of 1 hour. And that curve will determine a value that all viewers, watch time, growth rate, and chat rate all adhere to. It will guide them in a larger sense so that basically, if I draw a curve that goes up, it just increases all the values over the course of an hour according to that curve. That way, I can create a realistic representation of the chat growing over time without having to manually tweak it all the time. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go in like 12 minutes, but I'm kind of excited about what we're doing here. It's like a fun one. Yeah, let's see. How are they when they're sad? Wait, what? What did you just say? Hold on, hold on. How do I bring this rate down? Okay, I love that I can kind of freeze this now. My name is Yari and I am from Finland. I am a professional CSGO player. I'm here to tell you that this stream is the best stream in the world. Thank you for watching. Um, I'm crying, hypers. Clap. Okay, how do I? Whoa. What? Dude, that is so cool. Okay. Master energy curve. Okay, I also want for when this starts up for range and drift rate for each box, chat rate, growth rate, watch time, viewers, to all have a value that is higher than the minimum value and somewhere in the lower uh, quarter. So somewhere between 5 and 10% of the max value, but just at least start it there. Both range and drift rate should start at above 0, but below half is a better way of saying what I said first. I don't know if like the LLM can handle how my brain works, like just spaghetti code in words, but like, hey, that's what's happening. Okay, so I think this like Unity and Spice level, like I feel like that could be brought up or down a little bit. This whole thing is getting a little bit big and unwieldy. So we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with this a bit better. Um, it is interesting because we see the audience coming in now, so not bad, not bad. Um, okay, so listen, the spice level that should be changed to roast level, and division and unity. That whole controller, I think we can bring it up top, and you know, this whole thing is just getting like a little bit unwieldy in terms of its size. So maybe there's a way we can tighten the UI control panels just up a little bit. I'm not sure how actually, so I might delete this whole thing I just said. I'm gonna think about this change. What do I really want? What I really want is a background for the chat window. Let's start with that. Um, okay, what I'd like is a fun way to cycle the background of the chat window through a few different like cutesy sort of like low res kind of like classic video game style pixel art backgrounds. Maybe give me like 4 or 5 of them, and you should still be able to read the text-ish over top of them. Cry, 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 cry. Yeah, Sag. Mm-hmm. Where do I do it? I really like the fact that this creates these lines. It makes it quite organic to play with. It's like really cool. I don't see. Oh, theme void. What? That's sick. Okay. That's cool, but okay, that's really cool on the background is just like a little bit too subtle. I love that you got the theme up there. It's amazing. Please just make that background a little bit brighter. And then also, people should be able to post their messages in slightly different colors. I also want to bring back that the vertical emojis or something like that. Like I feel like this whole UI could be reworked a little bit better. And maybe we need to go into a design session on it to build it out. But a big part about this is trying to see how little we can design in order to make this thing work. And honestly, I really like playing with it like that. Yeah. Oh my God, this looks sick now. Okay. I am noticing a conspicuous lack of dancing corgis, like twerking corgis, and like pixel gifs floating up and around on the screen, like hearts floating around. Like, there's got to be like a few more emoji gif overlays, like transparent PNGs or sprites or gifs or whatever. I just said sprites that come up on the chat. If somebody does a super chat or somebody subscribes, I still want to see people giving me money. I gotta eat. UX is a bit tight. Yo, the user flow is butter. Hell yeah, dude. Retro vibe. Pogs. Pogs. Mega pogs. Mm. Okay. I think we're doing pretty good. I want to bring up my title again though. Like I want to bring this into it. This is good. You know what we need to do is we need to like build out a chat burn highlighter. So if like a good burn comes out of the chat, I can click on it and then it just like pops up a window. And yeah, and then maybe what we do is we create an image based on the name of the chatter and they get their own little avatar for being so clever. Something along those lines. And actually maybe just a thought here, but like I'm trying to make this as an hour a day, and it's already taking way more than an hour a day. So I didn't really know. So what I might do is I might spend part of the day building my thumbnail for the next day as part of it. We can see if we want to make those after we wake those. Oh my God, please don't keep that in, Parker. Okay, let's see. Where are those dancing corgis? Yo, I'm not really seeing it. Let's bring up that theme. Hype mode. Okay, hype mode is not a real button. Okay, hype mode at the top of the chat. I don't know what that is, so maybe it can go away. Um, please change in the control panel the word spice level to roast level, and that should determine how many insults are said in the chat. Okay, I think I got time for one more prompt and then I got to pop off. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to put this in its own window and we're going to overlay this in OBS. So it looks like a YouTube chat that's happening the whole time. We're going to nail down the slider and the control panel. We're not going to iterate on it too much more. And we're going to jump to the next project, I think. Um, Although, this is deep and this could be played with for a really long time. So I think I need to learn a few things like where should this go? Should we be trying to develop this further, make it a little more fun? Like what kind of features should we add to this? That's what I really want a real chat for is like to sort of have creative interaction with people in the morning and just like take the most ridiculous, crazy ideas and just see if they work. And I want to try things that go all over the place. I want to play with very small things like how can Figma make abuse certain values in web design and push them really really far. Like what can we do with like many hover states, or how do we get animations to do things that are unexpected, that are on the boundaries of their use cases. And then I also want to just imagine crazy product ideas or crazy things that would enhance our experience while being online. And that's the point of me starting with this YouTube chat simulator, because I want to go online, I want to stream my ideas, I want to share them with people, and the biggest thing that I'm missing right now is people. So that's why we think oh my god, let me try that again. That's why we Figma fake it until we Figma make it. No, we Figma make it so that we can fake it until we make it. That's the power of Figma making it. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get a little bit of hype before I get out of here. Let's get everybody excited. Let's get everybody happy. Let's like increase the viewership. Let's bring it up. Oh my God, dude. What? There's 70,000 people in here right now. The channel's growing at an insane rate. Chat's popping. Oh my God. Everybody's up. The roast level's gone through the roof. Oh my God, this is crazy. I can't even believe it. I can't even slow it down. Slow it down. I got to hear what people are saying. I got to see. No, people are sad. They're sad I'm leaving. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you for joining me on Figma Wake and Make.